Industry on Parade. A pictorial review of events in business and industry, produced each week by the National Association of Manufacturers. The heart of the Cotton Belt, the Deep South. This Alabama countryside was the scene of gracious living in years gone by, and though it fell on hard times, it's proving that the climate, the soil, and the temperament of its people are as suitable for gracious living in this century as in the last. Industry on Parade cameramen arrive at the Alabama town of Sylacauga to see just how people in these parts do live. One thing certain, there's nothing sleepy about it. Same stores, same activity you'll find in any thriving, bustling American town, north or south, east or west. And you don't have to hunt very far to find one force behind the healthy, flourishing life of Sylacauga. It's a healthy, flourishing industry called Avondale Mills that takes in the raw Alabama cotton and transforms it into a variety of finished products needed by people everywhere. From the opening machines, the cotton is sent along to pickers, where it's partially cleaned, emerging in the form of a loose blanket called lap. On the card, thousands of fine wire teeth will comb out additional foreign matter and begin to lay the fibers parallel to each other. Then begins the process of drawing the fibers out. 6 strands are fed onto a roll that moves just 6 times as fast as the feeding rolls. And after being drawn and spun again and again, the yarn is finally ready for the looms. Large rolls will feed the warp or lengthwise strands, while the crosswise or filling yarns are laid in by bobbins that shuttle back and forth as the warp yarns are raised and lowered. This particular fabric is corduroy, and disc blades cut the grooves called wales. Now into the sanforizing machines that'll pre-shrink the fabrics. It's in this way that many of the people of Sylacauga spend their working days, applying special skills to the handling and processing of a fiber that's special to their part of the country. And for that matter, the town of Sylacauga and Avondale Mills are something special too, for they've created more than just another boom town. Here the roots go deep. The Comer family that founded Avondale Mills wanted things like swimming pools for the kids. It wanted pleasant accommodations for visitors. It wanted a good library to open new worlds to seeking minds. It wanted the finest medical care obtainable for every member of the community. Not only attention for the sick, but preventive medicine for the healthy. The best there was. Juvenile delinquency? Hardly among boys like these, boys whose natural vitality finds a natural outlet and wins awards for achievement. Yes, it was inevitable that a prosperous industry would help bring prosperity to everyone in town. That's the way things work. Not only do literacy rates go up and sickness rates go down, but there's enough left over for what some people might look upon as plain frivolity. But where the roots really go deep are in the home. And thanks in large part to a company financing program, today, 85% of Avondale employees own their own homes. Many of them are farm homes, where the owners grow food for their own tables and find a happy combination of the best in city and country life. Truly a company that's found a partnership with the people. The Lake Placid Club in Essex County, New York, meeting place of winter sports enthusiasts, is the scene of a different sort of get-together. In progress is a school for bosses, where presidents and other front office executives of companies large and small assemble for the 22nd Annual Institute on Industrial Relations, sponsored by the National Association of Manufacturers. Together they'll work out the answers to tough problems whose solution will help not only employees and individual companies, but the nation as a whole. At informal sessions like this, men from such widely separated points as New England and Hawaii pool their experiences. The informality is carried over into problem-solving work clinics, where, guided by conference leaders, the talk turns to such matters as government wage stabilization regulations, labor relations, and ways of developing employees into supervisors and executives. It's no cut-and-dried lecture course. The leaders of industry learn as much from each other as they do from discussion leaders. But their thinking is stimulated by such basic questions as, why is a person paid a salary or wage? It's for what he does, what he knows, what he can get others to do. When they break for coffee, the talk continues. And when they return to their offices and plants across the land, we'll all benefit from the effort to further humanize employer-employee relations and the promotion of understanding and teamwork in industry.
Inflation is not new. It has existed since ancient times and has hit nearly every country in the world. In America, we've experienced inflation for the past dozen years. Inflation caused by government debt and easy credit policies which cut the value of our dollar nearly in half. The way to stop inflation is to increase production, reduce government spending, curb private and public credit policies from making inflationary loans, and put the cost of government, including defense spending, on a pay-as-we-go basis by adopting a sound tax policy. We must lick inflation.